All right.
And we're live. Back to another episode of Vintage Wisdom. You got your brother D Nice. You got one of your big brothers, Big Moon. You got the other big brother, Ra. So, today's topic is her body, her choice versus his wallet, his choice. So, okay, still recording. Sorry, y'all. This is my first time ever trying to work it off the phone. It seemed like we good. Hopefully we good. If not, we're fixing it in the audio. So, her body, her choice versus his wallet, his choice. What y'all think, man? How y'all feel about it?
Explain what you mean for the question for everybody.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get it the first time.
All right.
So I think somebody out there might.
Hey, what's funny is that I said it right, and then he was like, "What?" And then he had a youngster in his chair, and he was what was it, Middle Eastern? I hate saying Middle Eastern. He was like Afghanistan or something like that. And he immediately got it. Like, yeah. So, basically what it means is that, bro, we got the, Roe vs. Wade, you know what I'm saying? Where a woman can have an abortion because it's her body, it's her choice. Now, men don't have that same leverage.
Well, the way the shorty put it, he said he was just having a conversation the other day. He said because. Well, you explain it, but you going. I'm just. Yeah, but you ain't really breaking it down.
I'm about to break it down. I'm breaking it down slowly, so you can edit out the things. Okay. I'm trying to be more. I just want to bring the people up to speed. I don't want them to be that. No, you're gonna bring them up to speed. I just want to be more choosy with my words, because, on Big Moon Radio.
All right, go ahead.
You gotta edit, what I say. So try to be, at least you gotta edit.
We make it radio friendly. We gotta make it radio friendly.
I mean, for the intro, yeah. So you don't have to be chopping that up, but everything else, hashtag Hair Game Media Outlet, should not be held responsible for the views and opinions that's about to be said here.
Right.
So with that being said, it's about women having a choice to. It's her choice to get an abortion, or if she wants to keep it, that's truly her choice. And, but it's the flip side to that. Men should be able to have the choice to abort the situation if he feel like he should financially. Because, you shouldn't have to be stuck with something. So that's what we mean by her body, her choice versus his wallet, his choice. So, now you want to get a backstory.
Well, I was just going to say what my man was saying. When he commented, he said he was having a conversation because he feels like if he don't want the child, but she chooses to say she wants it, his question is, well, why do I have to pay for it if I don't want it?
I don't want it. That's what we're here to talk about today. Right. And he got it immediately. I'm talking about the words didn't even leave my lips, and he was already like, "Nah, hell no, I'm
going to rip that conversation yesterday." Okay.
I kind of want to be the last one to chime in, right? Because for me, I think these brothers are going to give a better insight on it. I'm just about to be funny with this shit, but I'm going to keep it a stack with you. So, but I am going to give out some real, my real opinion about it, but it's funny on both ways. You get what I'm saying? So, man, how y'all feel about it? You know what I'm talking about? Either one of y'all can speak first.
Well, I feel it's still a responsibility thing, because, like I said, it's for both parties, because there's measures and steps you can take if you don't want kids. You can't just be out there, doing your thing, and then the kid pop up and you be like, I don't want it. I mean,
man and woman, or just
from the man's standpoint? I can't speak for a woman. I'm saying from a man's standpoint, if you really don't want kids, then do things like you really don't want kids. I mean, wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Do double hat. I don't care what you do, but if you can't do the act, know what you did, know you done did the damage, and then later on, you like, I don't want it. Because the fact of the matter, you don't, what every woman's gonna say is you don't have to carry it either. You don't have to carry it for 9 months. It don't have to grow and develop inside of your body.
So why do the woman have the choice to get an abortion and she has the same responsibility and accountability? You know what I'm saying?
No, well, I ain't got to that point yet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about initially.
Okay.
Initially, there's still some responsibility initially.
On whose behalf?
On both behalf.
Okay,
on both behalf. There's definitely some, and we don't want to. I don't want us to jump over that and go right to she's saying, because the act itself is responsibility in that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't telling you not to have sex. I'm just saying there's safe ways to have sex where you don't have to get pregnant. You understand what I'm saying? So that's as much as the man's responsibility as the woman. And a lot of times, a lot of guys want to put it off on the woman. Well, you better be on the pill. Well, you should wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want kids at all, then go get a vasectomy. You know what I'm saying? If you really that adamant about not having kids. But once the kids come, that's a whole different take once the child is here. But I understand that sentiment as a man. Yeah, I don't feel I should have to pay for a child if we talked about it and I told you I do not want a child.
Okay.
And then you go and have a child.
Okay.
You know, you trick me somehow. You tell me, we protected and we not. All that comes. Every situation is different, but there's a lot of different variations of it too. But yeah,
like
I feel like I said, a woman could trick a man and say, no, I'm good. I can't have no kids. Or, I'm on the pill. Or blah blah blah. You don't have to wear the rubber. Blah 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 blah. And then we get her pregnant, and then you like, yeah, you gotta take care of it. No,
so I'm gonna go back.
Right.
I'm gonna go back and ask you about that. So
that
what you
right.
think? How you feel?
Well, I'm not pro-choice. So
Meaning?
let me be clear. I do not believe or agree with abortions, and the excuse that people use represents less than 5% of pregnancies. So, Meaning, when people talk about rape and incest, it represents less than 5% of abortions. So,
okay.
Most people, and I do mean most, are having abortions because they want to escape responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's both men and women. Choice starts with sex. If you don't want children, don't have sex. A byproduct of sex is children. It's very, very simple, right? But we want to be able to eat the cake without gaining weight, right? We want to overeat, but then don't want to gain weight. Mm-hmm. And what's happened is that society has allowed us to be a society without consequences.
Okay.
If you smoke cigarettes and you get cancer, there's a cure.
Mm-hmm.
The consequence used to just be you die. Right?
That's hella extreme,
It's just what it is, though. It's the truth.
So if you drink alcohol, you should get liver scoliosis?
If you don't have the wherewithal and the control to do it, then the consequence, you suffer your consequences for that. It's that simple. We've built a society where you can pop a pill to stop consequences. And that mentality has produced the mentality that says, oh, let me do what I want to do.
Out of control, yeah.
And I don't have to have control. I don't have to do any, I can just do it. And then I can go have surgery. I may lose a little quality of life, but I can still fix it. I can remove consequences.
So you don't believe in Plan B?
No. I believe that you go with Plan A. I don't want children.
I'm talking about Plan B, the pill.
No, I believe that I don't want children.
What? I just gotta make for sure.
No, I
don't
made me
want
think of
children.
something funny because I did some Insta work at one of the DoorDash facilities. DoorDash will bring you a Plan B, they'll bring you the condom. You ain't even got to
For
leave
real?
the house.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Anything you can go in the store and buy, DoorDash will bring
Hey, bro,
it to
y'all
you.
better go Uber eat y'all Plan B.
Yeah.
That's
So I
crazy.
mean that's how I see it. I don't think
crazy.
that if a woman
You got to lick it.
doesn't want a child, the man, in my opinion, should have the same right.
Meaning? What you mean?
Same right. If she doesn't want the child and he doesn't want the child, then okay, cool. He can't tell her what to do with her body, but he should have the right to say what happens with his energy and his financial energy.
And what if she don't want it, but he wants it?
Yeah, I was gonna get to that. That was gonna be one of my questions.
So all of that goes into the issue. But this is also
Easy
where
on it.
we have to do a better job with
Gotta put
having
some food on it.
conversations.
Right.
You know, and instead of just having sex with any and everybody because the moment feels good or whatever, and thinking that, you know,
Right.
condoms or, you know, like I said, I'm a consequences person.
So you don't believe in condoms?
I didn't say that. What I said is I'm a consequences person.
You say you don't believe in Plan B?
No, I don't believe I'm a consequences person. If this is what you did, good or bad, I believe in the consequences of it. If you do something great, I want you to get the consequences of that. If you do something that's negative, I want you to get the consequences of that. That's the only way we learn lessons. That's why you got people, you know, having 6 or 7 abortions. That's the reason that it can happen.
And that's what has to be taught at home. I agree with that because that's how I raised my kids. I was like, you got consequences, good and bad, but there's consequences.
Yeah.
Like if I tell you to do something, you have the right to tell me no. That's your God-given right, but you're gonna face the consequences for that decision. So yeah, it's good and bad consequences. I totally agree with that, and that's something that's type of teaching is sorely lacking in the homes nowadays.
Yeah, everyone, like I said, wants to. No one wants to say don't have sex. I will say, you don't need to be having sex.
Yeah, you need to bust that nut, man. Both ways.
That's the most unintelligent thing
Yeah,
I've heard. That's a long.
You gotta
So
get it in,
left field.
cause you just gotta, you know,
What?
sometimes you gotta.
No.
Like he said earlier in the beginning, the comments are not the thoughts and views of everyone on the panel, nor hashtag hair game, nor
most people in the world.
nor KGKM Green
God, I
Radio.
told you I was gonna be awesome. Well, this cause it's funny. It's so serious and it's funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Because like, man, like having an abortion is not a funny act, bro. Like, but what's funny is that we get put in these predicaments where we can go through all these different stages. You know what I'm saying? Where you can have a conversation, and you know, man or woman can say, "I do not want to get pregnant." Now you got somebody in this situation that during the whole act of having sex, somebody have a goddamn a malfunction or something, and it goes against what the other party wants, meaning that the guy can end up ejaculating, which me personally, I don't get. Where if you tell a woman that you don't want to have kids and you raw dog it, like, you know what I'm saying, like,
Right.
bro, like, to me, I find that shit to be hilarious, my G. Like, you raw dogging something that you don't have evidence that she can't get pregnant, or you know that you don't got a vasectomy, you know what I'm saying, and you think your pull-out game is that strong, like, bruh, if that's your thought processes, bruh, maybe you shouldn't be having sex.
Well, that's a
You know
good
what I'm
question right there. Like if a dude after the fact, the girl gets pregnant, and should he have a right to jump behind the statement? Well, she told me. That doesn't alleviate you.
I think so.
From your responsibility.
I think
because
so. I think
you
so.
believed her.
No, I think so, because every time that we come in contact with each other, we kind of make a physical contract with each other. You know what I'm saying? As far as like what our boundaries is and the way that we want to go about dealing with one another. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
So you say you think so what? What side you saying?
I'm saying that, bro. I'm thinking. I feel that if the conversation comes up to say that one party did not want to have a child, then y'all shouldn't have a child, because both parties are not in agreement.
We say that, but we going into the act unprotected.
Yeah, because sometimes, bro, you be a little intoxicated, you drunk, want to feel.
That's not an excuse, though.
Want to feel that wet?
That's not an excuse. That's just like Brother Ross said. That don't excuse you from the consequences.
It don't.
I was
But
a little tipsy.
it kind of alleviated somehow, because, bro. I mean, bro, we didn't all be in a situation where
Does not.
you you lying. If
Yes,
you, because I ain't said what I said that. I ain't said.
That's
I
where
ain't
you going. Go ahead.
We've all been in a situation where we didn't went in unprotected, bare, raw doggers and shit, and we had a condom in our pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You can't lie and say you have not.
So what
then you be
no,
lying.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm saying because
I'm talking about it happening to everybody on this panel.
Okay, but what I'm saying is because it happened. Where's the gray area that gives you leeway?
I mean, the gray area is the conversation, because if I go in and I say, you know what, I'm not I'm not. I mean, bro, you can kind of see, bro, if you're ready or if you're not ready to have a child, bro. Like,
how does the conversation?
I mean, because the conversation is simple. Hey, sis, you know, bro, I like you. You know what I'm saying? It's good. I like you enough to take you to bed. Or, bro, I like you. I just want some D. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't want to leave with nothing with this motherfucking STI, STD, or a baby. You know what I'm saying? The BABY. Like, I don't want to have. I don't want to leave with that. I don't. You know, because I said the other initials, so. Spelling that out too.
But how does that alleviate you from the responsibility?
I mean, because bro, if we had it's just simple. If you say no means no. If I say no, you know what I'm saying, and I'm a little faded.
Responsibility is not just about verbal confirmation.
Because
it's
we just
about
said
actions as well, though.
Yeah, but we just said that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Women that went in and said, "Oh, I can't get pregnant. I can't da 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 da," and then turn around she get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Or you go, "Oh, I don't want a baby, da 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 da." Then she get pregnant. Now she like, "I don't want with the baby. I don't want it." Like, nah, bro.
That falls under the category of ignorance. Of you just that gullible that you believe anything a woman says, anything a man says. You just
shit. That's not being gullible,
trust
bro. That's
no man.
Trust. Nah, hell.
Man, get out of here.
Man, if you don't get that key and shit up out of here, man.
Get out of here, man. You gonna
Kaya,
believe only reason a dude believe in it because he ready to hit. Period. True. He don't care what she say.
True.
She can say, you know I'm an alien. That's all right, baby.
It's good.
That's cool.
Is it what?
I'm
it's
inclusive.
Good.
We all. You know, I just got to this planet. Don't you worry about it. We good.
I mean, but it goes both ways. Like, female be like, you know what I'm saying? What you got? You like, no, I don't got nothing. I got a vasectomy. I can't get nobody pregnant. You know what I'm saying? It goes both ways.
If she gullible to
and then she gets pregnant,
and don't protect herself,
she ultimately can be like, bro, you lied to me, bro. I don't want to have nothing to do with it, and go to the clinic and get an abortion. There's nothing you can do about it.
It don't matter what anybody says. At the end of the day, your decision is your decision. I choose to believe this person. I choose to do this act. And at the end, just like Brother Ross saying, I have to choose to deal with the consequences of my actions.
Yeah,
I can't throw it all off on the other person.
I mean, that happens for the first 2 weeks. By the third week, them consequences is over, bro. We grown up, bro. I'm not on no punishment, bro. It's real life decision making around this motherfucker. So I gotta suffer consequences for 18 years. With this, what? No, bro, I don't know her like that. What the fuck?
It's a 2-week limit on.
You shouldn't have been stupid enough to sleep with it.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, and because to me it's a serious subject because we teach this type of stupid ass irresponsibility to our sons and our daughters. So I take it seriously. I don't see a joke in it at all.
Exactly.
I look at it, and for me, it's like we keep acting like the shit is okay, and it's not okay.
What's
like
not okay?
This whole mentality of I don't want consequences, and I should just sleeping around with different people, and the shit is irresponsible. It's not about nation building. It's causing the destruction of us as a people and the world in general.
Great.
And I don't see nothing funny about that. Like I just don't. But that's me. I wouldn't want my sons to be walking around trying to sleep with a bunch of women. I wouldn't want my sons to be thinking that an abortion is okay after they made the decision to have sex with somebody that they didn't want to marry. And if you don't want your children to be like the person, then you shouldn't be having sex with them. It's simple. It's simple. We wasn't taught that, right? But I have a responsibility to teach the next generation so that they can be better than me. So I'm not going to sit here and act like it's fun and games, because it's not fun and games. Like, we literally were taught some bullshit growing up, and it's killing us. We have a bunch of children who are in broken homes because of this mentality. We just be having sex with anybody, like it's cool, it's okay, and then we're pawning it off on the next generation. And nobody just don't want to have the conversation that says, don't have sex.
Abstinence.
I agree with you. But at the same time, we're having a discussion in the middle of life. Correct. So you can't take that approach across the board because it doesn't work.
It don't.
It works when you're talking with younger people, when you're talking with children, we're talking with virgins. It works. It doesn't work once people have opened Pandora's box and have experienced sex, because sex is across the board best feeling in the world, period. And once you start engaging in that, it's not easy to cut that off.
But that's why I said I'm a person of consequences.
No. I understand that. I understand that. I'm just saying when I want understanding for listeners and viewers to know that we can't take one aspect of the conversation and spread it across the board.
I got a question
because it doesn't work in every situation on every level. It is some humor in it because I find humor in stupidity, and it's stupid to think that you can have sex and not have children. It's stupid to think that you can bring children in this world and not be responsible for them. So I don't care what your conversation was prior to.
This is what society's teaching us.
Because you're putting your bloodline on the line when you are sharing your semen, your life germ with the woman and creating life. You have a responsibility to that. And I don't care what the conversation was prior to it.
Okay, so
it makes no difference.
So when it deals with consequences, does the consequence? God damn. Okay. Yeah, she was nice. So consequences. Like when you go to jail for your particular crime for extent amount of time, right? Mm-hmm. But when you have a child, and then when you come home, you're free, right? Mm-hmm. So having a child, you're saying that your consequence should be a lifetime full of agony with a person, man or woman.
It's a lifetime.
Oh, it's a lifetime, bro. When you have a child, it's a lifetime.
And even if
that child is a lifetime.
Even if it is, let's say that he's 100% correct. The answer is
18 years.
The answer is still yes.
Nah, because you still got to go to college.
The answer,
if they go to college.
The answer,
they still got a life woe.
Yes, no matter how we put it. No matter how.
So a person just went to jail for murder. He can come home, or she can come home and restart over.
If I have a gun, and I know that the gun can cause harm, I know this before I do it, right? I know this gun can cause harm, and I use the gun, and it harms someone. Whatever those consequences are, those are mine. Yeah. It's that simple.
Yeah, you can't.
But if you had a gun, right?
And said, I ain't gonna shoot nobody. I ain't gonna shoot nobody.
I wasn't about to say that. So if you have a gun and you know it's a body on that gun, you done something with that gun. Now, is it your job to go tell the police, hey, policeman, I got this smoking gun? But if you got the opportunity to throw this gun in the bay waters, you know what I'm saying? So
is the child the gun? Is the child the gun?
No, the abortion is the gun that you're getting away with it.
So what? So what about the bullets that rang out?
Hey, bro, that's what happens when you bust it up.
So the bullets is the kid.
It's the bullets is the kid, and you get to throw it away. I mean, bro, I'm saying as far as the abortion, bro, like you get to throw. I mean, bro, you get to throw the consequences. No, I'm dead ass. Like, so, bro, if you, I agree with y'all, bro. You should definitely, if y'all come to an agreement, be like, you know what, bro, we can co-parent. You know what I'm saying, bro? We can keep civil and level heads. Then you should be able to do that. You feel me? You should be able to go in and be like, you know what? We're gonna co-parent. You know, bro, I want this amount because this is my consequence. This is my 50% of the consequence, and this is her 50% of the consequence, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, but if there is a 100% no, and if there's a 100% no either way, immediately should be abortion. Or
the only 100% no is abstinence.
Bullshit.
That's not.
Bullshit.
There's only one. There's only.
You're negating the child itself. The child has nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it. It's still
what is the one guarantee?
Hey, bro, if you go,
what is the one guarantee?
You can't catch a double murder for that.
Guaranteed thing that
you can't get no murder for abortion.
What is the guaranteed thing that prevents pregnancy? Abstinence. Okay, there is no. The only guaranteed thing that doesn't allow pregnancy is abstinence.
Hashtag hair game. This is an inclusive product for the exclusive clientele. Whether you're at home, on the go, or just going with the flow. Please come and check us out at 1 Southland Drive, Hayward, California.
We're the same hair game.
Or come visit us at hashtaghairgame.com.
We're the same hair game.
It's that simple. Anything other than that Once you engage, you've acquiesced to the consequences. In law, that's acquiescence. I mean, it's like
But you acknowledging it
I don't
because
give
you're
a
not
damn.
acquiescing.
It's
You
acquiescence.
do the time.
If I walk into a courtroom, if I go into a courtroom and when they say my name in the beginning, I say, no, that's not my name. My name is Joe Schmo.
Yeah.
And they say, well, your name is, well, right here says Harold. I say, my name is Joe Schmo. And then 3 weeks later at the next court date, when they call my name, they say, Harold, come to the front. And I come to the front. And I don't say my name is Joe Schmo.
Yeah.
That's acquiescence.
True.
So that's the same thing. If you
How is that the same?
because what we're talking, there's only one way. You never can agree. Once you agree, once you do the act, once you do anything towards the act, then you're entering into the field of acquiescence.
Let me start off by saying I am not pro-choice. I am not, and that's not being funny. Bro, if you wanted my real government name under that, if I want to sign it, I am not pro-choice, bro. I am pro for whatever's going on for that particular situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, meaning that if you are, you know, shit, bro, we all have one night stands around this motherfucker, bro, and as we are older, we might not have as many because, bro, the chances and the risks out here. But as a young man, bro, we some good looking cats. You know what I'm saying? We got some little flavor and whatnot. Y'all more flavorful in the '90s, but you know, bro, we got flavor, and we all have one night stands, bro. So you can't go out here and say that we're gonna preach to a generation that, bro, you don't have sex. Guess what? Now they don't listen to you. You know what I'm saying?
Can.
No, you cannot.
Just because I
you
can
can say it, but
somebody,
nobody's gonna pay
just
attention to
because
that
I
shit.
kill somebody or grew up fighting or grew up stealing, I can't tell somebody don't kill, don't
No,
steal.
hell no.
So
I mean,
so
you
because
can,
I grew up
but
stealing,
you can't go into the penitentiary or juvie.
Yes, I can. They
and
go in there all the
juvie-
time.
That's the only
And
thing
juvie,
that
because,
get
bro,
what you're saying
they're not going to
validity because you've been
gravitate.
there.
They ain't going to gravitate to.
Hold on, that's the theory of the Scared Straight program.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
for the
That's literally
suckers.
the thing.
That's not for that's to the scare straight. That's before you get to that point.
No.
Not for the motherfuckers that's
These
already in
people
that
are
point.
already engaging.
No, because
that's how they get into the Scared
that's
Straight
crazy.
program.
I mean, but that's
How do you
that's
turn people
doing
around
that's
except the
doing
people that have been
bullshit.
turned around?
We
You
talking
know
about
what
the
I'm
people
saying?
that's already knee deep in some big shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, when you get to the scare straight,
you still
like,
have
bro,
a right
you that's little, you
and
know,
a
little petty
platform.
shit. But if you
That's
a
what gives you
killer,
the platform.
if you a killer and you go into a cell with another killer, then, bro, y'all gonna be able to gravitate and have a conversation. You can't put no
Right.
killer in
Right.
there,
And
and
if
then
a
you want
killer-
this killer to listen to somebody that do petty theft. That killer gonna look at you, bro. If you don't get your
that
little
is-
goofy ass out of here with that shit.
You flip your stance in the middle of your sentence because
not
what he
flipping
was saying, you took it and you took it someplace else. What he was saying is that
I'm saying you only going to listen and abide to the information, bro, if you feel that the information is coming from is you can, you know what I'm saying, you can have confidence in that person.
Right. That's how you can have confidence. You can't have confidence in somebody telling you not to have sex that's never had sex. You're not, that's the person you don't listen
But
to.
we're not-
You don't even know what sex feels like.
Majority of the
They
people
tell
that's
me to
watching this
stop.
podcast is not virgin.
But somebody that, exactly. So to tell the man because he's been having sex and he can't tell other people not to have it, yeah, he's the person that can because he's done it.
But that's
He's
not.
been there.
But
He knows
motherfuckers
the
gonna
feeling.
turn that shit off. Like,
That's
No,
their
you know what I'm
problem.
saying? Like,
But
bro,
if they
majority
do-
of the people gonna turn that shit
So
off.
if
If they not listen to the person that had sex, who they listening to? The person that didn't have
I mean, it's about the approach. Cause like, if I go and tell the person, bro, all right, bro, instead of, you know what I'm saying, to control yourself from having abortions, what is a couple of things? First thing you say is abstinence. Even myself, I'm gonna look at you and laugh. Like, bro, you gonna get your going with that goofy ass shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, abstinence, like, yeah, bro, we all know, bro, we can have the choice of not having sex. But what's a better way? You know what I'm saying? Like,
There is
bro,
a better way. There is no. Hold on. There's
crazy
no.
as hell,
There's
bro.
no
Condoms
better
stop
way.
80%
No,
of fall
any-
pregnancy.
You want the better
else.
ways that still give you the
Right,
the feeling
exactly.
and
You
sensation.
got
You
it
don't.
right.
What you don't want to do
in
is
every
have.
religious
You don't want to
spiritual
have.
book, they say
You say what?
go out and be fruitful. You didn't say that. Like, instead of saying, you know what I'm saying, bro, but you still go out there and you go fuck.
What do you think be fruitful mean? Be fruitful don't mean just
You
get
just
the
go there-
sensation and walk
no,
away.
you
Be
go there and
fruitful
have
mean to
multiply.
multiply,
Yeah.
make kids.
Yeah.
But if you have made up your mind that you don't want to make kids, what are you trying to follow that for?
Because
What are you
shit,
trying to be
fucking-
fruitful about?
We doing the act.
You just, I want to be fruitful.
We being fruitful until the part the fruit is conceiving. You know what I'm saying? We just make the seed.
Again, The views that are being expressed are not the views of KGKM Green Moon Radio nor hashtag Hairgate. These are personal views.
Man, this is the views by 75% of men that's going around this world.
And that's why we
My biggest thing in the
And
whole
80% of households, bro,
choice
are
is what if the man wants the child? That's what I want.
80%. We're gonna get to it.
Let's get to it.
Bro, we still got a whole nother.
No, we
20
don't,
minutes.
because we got like 15.
I'm checking it.
You cut it down, you cut fucking in half now, because that's 45, 45.
Yeah.
Alright, I got the time.
All right, man. Let's get to the funny part. So now, let's go to the other part. Like, all right, bro, because I'm
gonna be honest. My first child, if his mother would have tried to abort him, I would have lost my mom. My first child, I wanted him. Period. That was
so
my
okay.
child.
So if the man wants the child and the woman doesn't want the child, then what?
That's what I'm saying. Then what?
Come on, bro. Let's lay it out there, Mr. Abstinence.
Then what? That's
Don't
crazy.
do nothing at
If
all?
she had sex with that man, she should be forced to have the child and give him the child.
Yeah.
It ain't that hard
That's
to
how I feel.
understand.
I feel
I ain't gonna
law
lie.
should be in
I
place.
1,000% don't want to agree with it, but I do agree with that.
I agree with that
It's just that
100%.
simple.
I
I
believe
don't-
it should be a
and I don't-
round table with lawyers, whatever
I
you
don't
need,
care
whatever you need.
about a woman talking about this measly 9 months. And I say that because if you're 60 years old, 9 months is such a small.
Yeah.
Let's stop with the
It took me 9
antics
months to
and making
get my
it act like. Yeah. Let's stop making
months to
it
get my cousin
like being a woman is so difficult.
It took me 10 months, alright.
No, it's 9 months.
Right.
If you don't want the baby, you can give it to the father. You can put it up for adoption. You can do all
And
those things.
women has a whole lot of
And-
different shit that they can do that men can't do.
So if that man wants the father and the act was and the sex was consensual, and if one person, or since we're talking about the father, if the father wants the baby, then the mother should not be able to abort the child. It's that simple.
And she should automatically be able to lose her rights, just so she won't be held financially responsible for the child. Because, bruh, again, if it's his, that shit sounds weird, but let's just say it anyway. If it's her body, his choice, because it's his choice to keep the child, then also it should be her wallet, her choice. Yeah,
What does that mean?
Meaning that it's the same shit. Meaning that she don't have to be financially responsible for the child.
Yeah. I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I agree.
women she can be like, oh, okay, I want to keep this baby, I don't want to give her abortion. And then she can go leave the child at the fire station or leave the child at a social office or whatever and still have no responsibility for the child at all, physical or financial. A man, you know, bro, he gets into this situation, he leaves that child at the goddamn hospital, he's going to jail for child endangerment. And he's being held responsible for the financial burden that comes with that child.
Yeah, I think that is absolutely unfair to force a person. Like I said, if from the jump didn't want to have kids, blah blah blah. Now the child is here, and to force either or to financially be responsible for after, like I said, the communication was there. But then that's the hard part. How do you prove that the communication was there? Anybody can later on say, well, I said, and they be like, no, you didn't, you know, and it's his word against hers, blah, blah, blah. And again, then it falls right back to where we started. What Brother Ross said, the decision you made, the person you do choose to lay with, and if you out there jumping around, hey, I got a nephew of mine. I just talked to this dude a couple of weeks ago. He just had another child, and I said another child. I said, man, how many kids you got? This is my 12th.
God
He
damn.
said, but
As long as you take
but
care of
I ain't having no more. I said, you probably said that around 8 or 9. But you keep raw dogging them girls.
This is the only
You got a
generation
bunch
you
of
find
baby
that shit to be
mamas.
kind
Now
of
you
weird.
got 12. What you trying to prove?
Yeah, because on the flip of that, damn, bud, I ain't gonna lie. So I got a cousin. And, you know, they going through their pregnancy, and it's multiple people in this pregnancy. Like, and when I got the information, I was immediately said, oh, bro, you stupid as hell. That's an abortion. Nah. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go through with it and figure it out at the end. Like, what? Bro, this ain't no Kuka situation, my G. Like, y'all got to figure that out right now. So instead of having the agony and headache, then they just was like, oh, bro, it's our body, our choice. And I'm like, bro, but there's 3 of you motherfuckers in this situation. How does that, you know what I'm saying? How does that work? And for me, I would just be like, bro, those are the perfect times where abortion should be necessary. You know what I'm saying? Because not only do you create turmoil, that child now comes into the world in turmoil.
I'm confused because a minute ago. Now what?
Don't worry about what I said a minute ago.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding some definition of word. What is pro-choice? Pro-choice.
No, I don't believe in pro-choice.
When you don't believe in pro-choice, I mean you don't believe they should have abortions?
No, I believe it's you should have abortions.
Then it is your pro-choice.
Oh, okay. Then I believe in pro-choice.
Yeah, that's what confused me because I thought I knew what pro-choice was, but then the way you said it.
I said it backwards. Then my fault.
Okay.
I mean, I believe that you should get abortions. Abort that
Then I guess
motherfucker, kick it, punt it, do whatever, plunger.
I don't think I'm pro-choice then. I never really thought about it, but I'm not pro-choice. I don't think we should abort babies. I don't think because it's life. It's life.
And it's wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong. To me, it's murder.
It's just
It's
wrong.
murder. It's a person.
How is it life? No, it's not.
It's a life.
It ain't a life until
It's a life.
it starts getting into later into the trimester.
It's a life.
There's no scientific
It's a life.
proof for that.
What?
If it is living in
Bro,
the body.
get the fuck out of here. It is. It's a lot of scientific proof.
How is
I'm
that
not Doogie
life?
Hauser, so you know what I'm saying.
I can tell you because I've done lectures on it. I know.
But how is that not
when they
life?
consider life?
If it's alive.
It's become a life when you start, you start formulating. I want to say past the abortion date.
What
Pre-abortion date.
Okay, where in the
motherfucker.
process does it become life? I still don't understand.
After the abortion, what is it? 6 weeks? 9 weeks?
So what is it?
Something like that.
Up
First
until that
trimester?
time, it's what is it? It's just a germ. What is it?
Just a little fungus, I guess. I don't know.
Even the fungus is life.
I ain't
This is why
motherfucker.
I'm pro-education. This is why. First of all, let's be clear.
Bruh, I just told y'all the
The only
views and opinions. Oh,
The
bruh.
only time
You take me
that
serious,
an
bro.
abortion should even be a question is before the egg is attached to the uterine wall. So it goes through a process.
So the 6 week.
You stop. You're not educated on this part. Just stop talking.
It's a 6
and
week.
listen. There's a process when the egg, is trying to become attached, right? So once it becomes attached to the uterine wall, then that's when development starts. Now, that process of attaching to the uterine wall usually takes a matter of days. It's a matter of days, which is the reason why the pill, the abortion pill says that you have to take it within a matter of days. Now, after that abortion pill has said that it doesn't work or it can cause issues with the child because what it's stopped. The whole point of the pill is to stop the attachment to the uterine wall. Once it attaches to the uterine wall, then at that moment it has needs, and that needs go into development, and so that's when there's the spark of life. That's when the spark of life actually starts to happen and the growth process. Up until then there's no life because it's trying to become a life. It's trying to now. But there's also the argument that the egg and the sperm are both alive prior to combining and producing the life. So there's that argument that a lot of people have. The egg is a live entity and the sperm is a live entity. So, but that's not really going to be an abortion issue. But there is an argument centered around it about it, both of those things being live entities that join together. But until it attaches, which is 3 to 4 days, right? Then it's considered that's the only time you can really even have it. You can induce an abortion by consuming large amounts of vitamin C. You don't even need the pill. You can literally take vitamin C pills that will cause contractions from a woman, her stomach and uterine wall to start contracting, so that the fetus does not attach.
Right.
So if you didn't want a child, you could naturally just start have a woman take vitamin C. It'll cause her uterine wall to start to contract.
So
Like
you
she
get a guzzle of a bunch of orange
And you
juice.
gonna have somebody in the comments like, hey bro, I gave her a motherfucking gallon worth of orange juice, God.
You know, I think that's stupid.
We just simply playing that
Chucking that
motherfucker.
Sunny D, she shouldn't even be.
So, that's stupid. That was a good one. That was a good one. But you can do that. But it starts the body to contract, and
They
so
gave her hella phantom orange shoulder cuz.
it'll mimic her starting her period.
Right.
And it actually will induce her starting her period. And you go.
And see, that's my thing.
Now, but hold on.
Yeah,
1 second.
yeah.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, hold on. Hold
Wait.
on. This is hold on.
This your last.
This is not.
your last
No,
point.
hold on.
Last
This
point.
this is not medical advice.
Right.
I do not want anyone to confuse what I just said as medical advice. We're not responsible for what you do with that advice. I'm just
So
telling you
Ross said-
some things. that
Raw
was-
spoke.
some
Sitting
things
there and buying,
that-
stocking
that-
up on orange
that,
juice, brother Ross.
Research happened. Y'all
You gonna be
funny.
like,
I'm
Raw
trying to
speak,
make sure
Raw
that
speaks
everybody
from real
got that
knowledge.
part while y'all over here being funny. So this is not medical advice. Consult your physician. Make sure that you're doing that, because I don't want anyone to say that they know. Go to your physician. I'm not a medical doctor.
Oh,
That's just my points of my research.
All right, y'all, man. Well, now we're dwindling it down. Now we're about to give everybody last points. So, you know what I'm saying? In conclusion, how you feel about it? You know what I'm saying? Women's choice.
My biggest thing is it should be laws in place. I don't feel like one person can decide to keep nor get rid of a child if it took two people to make it.
So if
There should
it's
be laws in place.
so let's just be clear. So if it's the woman's choice, you stand by that. Do you also stand by? If you stand by that, do you also stand by? I'm saying if you stand by, if it's a woman's choice, do you also stand by it's a man's choice as far as his financial responsibility to the child?
It should be. You know, I think all that should be decided way before, during that same 9-month gestation.
Okay.
All that
I
should
found
be.
this on the web for me. Check it out.
All that should be decided, because if you go to get to that point, just like if it was reversed and the man wanted to keep it, where's his rights as a parent?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So there should be laws in place. I believe there should be serious laws in place and those laws would also help people to think prior to the act of what I'm getting myself into. There should be some legal consequences, because after the fact, once the child's here, it's all kinds of legal consequences. I've spent
Illegal
17 years back and
consequences.
forth in court and never had a felony in my life, but dealing with child support
Illegal
and trying,
consequences.
you know what I'm saying? So I believe there should be legal consequences prior to all of that.
All right, what you think, Rob?
Same thing. I don't have much to say about the same thing.
All right. So let's be serious. In conclusion,
Let you be serious. Is that what you saying?
yeah, let me be serious. But in conclusion, I truly believe it's a woman's choice. But it's her body, it's her choice. But if I'm gonna take that stance, I'm gonna also take the stance that if it's her body, her choice, it's his wallet, his choice. So at any particular time that he wants to be able to vacate himself out of that situation, he should be able to do so. Because a woman, again, she can have an abortion all the way to her first trimester is over. That's fact. Can't dispute that. And also, if she has the child, she can ultimately, even behind, without the consent of the father, prior to him signing the birth certificate, can take the child in the hospital. Bruh, I'm telling you, the whole time, if you do not have children, it is a great experience to have, bro, when you're right there. But the hospital only look at you as a financial liability, bro. Like when you go in there, I had my child, because I couldn't even wash my son off without the mother's consent. And I'm talking about, that's what a nurse told me. They went to her first. But as soon as they needed to get the bill paid, they came to me first. I'm talking about, we didn't even leave the hospital yet. And they was already calling me like, so how you want to pay this bill off? I'm like, goodness gracious, bro, can we go home first? But, you know what I'm saying, with that being said, for me, I signed the birth certificate, so obviously they reached out to me. But if you do not sign the birth certificate, the woman does have the choice, bro, to take that child and deliver that child to a church, social service building, fire station, police station, bro, and do not hold no responsibility after that. She ultimately gives that child up for adoption. So with that being said, if that woman has all that amount of time to be able to do that, and the man is sitting in this situation and knowing that he only is there to be a financial assistant and not a real parent or not be a real father to their child, then that father has the ultimate right to, you know what I'm saying, get himself out of that situation. Because in America, bro, it's a corporation and they treat you like a corporate subject when you come into these facilities. As the brother just said, he ain't never had a felony in his life. Back and forth to court because of financial obligations that they was illegally putting onto this brother. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you should be able to, you know, get yourself out of these situations, bro. And if you can't get yourself out of, you find yourself in these situations with these women where you have to be, you know what I'm saying, the financial overlord over a situation that you can't even father or you can't parent, then, bro, you need to be looking at ways to get yourself out of that situation. So with that being said, bro, this is, oh, hold on, bro, what you got there? You got anything up? You know what I'm saying? What about the moon? I mean,
just want to remind y'all that y'all can hear this podcast. If you missed any of it, you came in late, whatever, you can catch the podcast every Monday on KGKM Green Moon Radio. Go to your app store today. We're in the Apple Store as well as the Google Play Store. Type in Green Moon Radio. Download the app. And you can hear this every Monday at 2 p.m. Every Monday on KGKM Green Moon Radio.
What about you, my brother? You got a plug in? Did you want to plug in?
You know, you can catch me on TikTok, YouTube, and X. It's called X now instead of Twitter. It's Raw Speaks.
Oh, it is called X now, huh? Yeah.
And Facebook, Ramiel L Bay, RAHME'(EL space EL space BEY. And on Instagram at raw_astrology.
And trust me, bro, his astrology game is on point, bro. So if you're looking for a consultation, which he did not say that, please reach out to this brother for a consultation. He will be able to hook you up with one. I know I booked one, you know what I'm saying? He helped me out, you feel me? And for me, bro, you can catch me on all social media platforms instead of X and #HairGame. You feel me? You can catch me, you can also catch us here, bro, at Southland Mall, bro. #HairGame. You want a fresh cut? You want to be blended? You want to get your eyebrows done? You know what I'm saying? Come here. You want some products? Come to #HairGame. You feel me? One Southland Drive, Hayward, California. If you want to book an appointment, go to #HairGame.booksy.com. Or if you need some products, your hair kind of dry, you know what I'm saying?
The braids and everything.
Oh man, I do braids.
So we
twists,
do that.
Do it all. The color, we
take you back in the day. Finger wave if you want to go back. Do all that.
Hey, finger waves is one hairstyle I cannot do. I tried to do it for my grandmother.
I rock a finger wave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I rock.
You would.
I can't braid.
You're rocking finger wave in the braids, huh? I mean the beard.
Gotcha.
But if you need product, please come to the shop, 1 Southland Drive, Hayward, California. Or if you need product online, you're not in California, you need something shipped out to you, then go to #HairGame.com. Now we'll see you for the next episode of Vintage Wisdom. Peace.